Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Just thought I'd do a little bit of a quick chit chat before I do a little teensy bit of crafting, just planning out some ideas and stuff. Maybe not actually getting into the crafty side until tomorrow, but like jotting down ideas. And when I do the project like I did for Fiona Jane, I tend to draw a rough sketch to get what I want, where I want it, and what I want to include and balance and all that. Mind you, the sketch usually, while I use it, I alter it and adapt it as I go. But there's a few of those wall hangings that I want to get done. One for a challenge and one just to do. Taking on board the suggestions made by people about doing a smaller version of a fairy image. So yeah, I thought that's off track. Oh gosh, I'm really tired. I was fine up until the drive home today. The drive, because as you know, if you watch my video, my last video, I went to a graduation today for a family friend. The drive out there, which I thought was going to take ages, only took about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Yeah, if you include getting lost, it was probably about an hour and 20. And then trying to find a parking spot. Trying to find a parking spot was probably 20 minutes worth. But yeah, no, I got lost. I thought the intersection where I had to turn left had traffic lights. So I kept driving. And then the next thing you know, I'm at the next major road. And I'm thinking, I don't need to go this far. And sure enough, when I checked Google Maps, I'd gone past it. There was no traffic lights. So yeah, I got a bit lost. And then when I got there, I didn't know where I needed to go. And I didn't have the phone numbers because my phone wasn't charged. So yeah, it was chaotic. But once I got in there, it was a great ceremony. It was nice, short, sweet, and to the point. The actual ceremony only went for about an hour and a bit, an hour and a quarter, something like that. Then they had an afternoon tea afterwards. I only stayed for about half hour, 20 minutes, half hour, because I wanted to get home. I knew the traffic was going to be atrocious, and sure enough, it was. It took me over 2 hours to get home. I mean, that did include stopping for petrol and a drink, because I was really thirsty by the time I got halfway, because I hadn't had anything to drink at the afternoon tea, high tea, whatever you want to call it, because I knew I had to drive home and I didn't want to need to stop halfway home. So, yeah, I had to stop and get a drink, but I also had to get petrol because I didn't want to push. I knew the traffic on the freeway from, like, I had to go on two different freeways. So I had to go on the Eastern Freeway and then the Tulla-Calder Freeway. So I knew that Tulla-Calder would be pretty busy because it always is, and it was like 4 o'clock. So I definitely needed petrol. Wasn't going to push it on half a tank. No, not half a tank, quarter of a tank. So yeah, that. And then I had to go to the supermarket because Jarrett had given me money this morning to get him a Netflix card. So, yeah, and I had to get bread. Because the bread I bought nearly a week ago. That's how much bread. We haven't been eating much bread. And it had gone stale, so... Oh, enjoying a coffee. Yeah, I had to get bread. So I got home probably 5:15, 5:30. And I think the first thing I did when I walked in the door was took my clothes off and put my jammies on. I know this is just a t-shirt that I picked up for $2. I think I picked it up at Big W. It's too, like, there's no way I could wear it out. It's too big. But it's perfect for a sleep shirt. But I just needed to go, oh, as you do when you've been out all day. What else is going? But the graduation was really good. And I was so honoured. I felt so honoured to be included in the people that she asked to be there. Then what have I got going on? Oh, that's what I've been thinking. I was watching Jackie this morning, Crafty JJ Newton, and she did her grocery haul. And I love watching. I know it probably sounds silly because I don't live in the States and that, but I love watching haul videos, especially groceries, just seeing what the difference is between what we can get here and what's available in other countries. Although Dollar Tree, Michael's, Hobby Lobby and that, I sit there and drool and get envious because we don't have anything like that over here. We have Spotlight and Lincraft. Now, I haven't been to Lincraft for 30 years. 30 years was the last time I went to Lincraft. Only because there's not one locally. Just like I keep planning on going to Kmart because I know they've now got crafting stuff. But, as again, there's not one locally, so, pardon me, I don't get there. I just don't get there before I run out of money. So we've really got Spotlight. And because we've only got one real major crafting fabric shop, they've got the monopoly. So they can charge whatever they like. Well, that is what I've started to think. There is no competition. Sorry, got to sit up, guys. There is no competition, so there is no there's no one for them to compete with. So they can charge what they want. If someone could come along, like if I had the money and the know-how and the means, I would open another major crafting shop within Australia and compete with them. Because I can tell you now that if someone out there opened and competing shop against Spotlight and really competed hard and gave us good value for money, they would soar. Because Spotlight is just ridiculously priced and there's no continuity over the stores either. I go to the one near home and the prices in some cases are double to the one 10 minutes down the road, 15 minutes on a bad morning. So, yeah, I can't even remember where I was going like that. Oh, the hauls. So, yeah, I sit there and I drool. Like those $4 grab bags that you guys get. Yeah, right. Here is pretty expensive. We are lucky in the fact that, like the reject shop, a lot of the little, what do they call them? Home variety, which are our cheap junk sort of shops. They are getting more variety. I'm lucky with the lady that runs the one near home. She now knows me. She knows Jarrett. And I can say to her, can you get something like, I wanted the little jars to do fairy dust. And I was asking her about it. So a week or two later, when I went in, she'd got them in. And she's always, whenever I walk past, if there's new stock in, she'll say, oh, you coming in for a look today? And lately I've been saying, no, not today. So, yeah. So, getting back to it, I'm thinking now, it's just a thought because next Tuesday I just get paid and I just go do shopping and stuff. I don't have any appointments or anything. Yay, it's the first time for a long time that I just can go and do what I need to do. So I thought I might do, show what I buy when I go to the grocery shop. Like when I get home, spread it on the table and just show you guys, just to give you something to look at if you're interested. Like if you're like me and like seeing what people can get in other countries. Like I know we have products that you guys don't have over in the States and stuff. Like it's different. The names of things are different. So I'm thinking of doing that. I don't know if you guys would be interested, but I just thought for a bit of fun and just for interest, I might do that. because, as I said, watched Jackie's video this morning, and I couldn't believe it when she got, it wasn't a dozen eggs, it was more than a dozen eggs for 70 cents. Like, eggs here are so expensive. Not that I need to worry, I don't eat them, but every now and then Corey likes them. I'm allergic to egg since having Corey. Although I did eat some by accident like the other week, probably about a month ago now. And apart from getting a few hot flushes, which I don't know if it was the egg or the fact that where we were was warm, like inside they had the heating on. So I haven't worked that out, and I'm not going to go and attempt it again, because next time, knowing my luck, my lips will swell and I'll do all the crap that goes with my allergy. So, but yeah, that, I think the last time I bought eggs for Corey, it was like $3.60 or something. I think, I don't know, because I don't buy them often. I know they're at least $2.50 for 6. The pricing here, I mean, probably comparatively, if you did the exchange rate, it might be similar. Like Dollar Tree, where you go and you spend, you buy things for $1. Well, we might still pay a little bit more. But if you do the exchange rates and stuff, I think $1 is like, $1 of our money is, depending on a good day, is probably about 76 cents US. So comparatively, it's not too bad. But yeah, it'd be nice to be able to go and buy things for $1. But like I said, when you work out the exchange and stuff, we're not paying that much more. And I think that might come down to import costs and that, because you think about it, Australia is such, like, land mass wise, yes, it's big, but population wise and stuff, there's not that many people in Australia. If Corey was up, I could tell you how many million people there are in Australia. He knows it off the top of his head. But it's not, like, in comparison, our population is very, very small. So it's then like, well, if we import this, we need to charge this to cover the import. So I can understand all that. What I can't understand with places like Spotlight and that is that they can just charge whatever they like because they've got no competition. When the competition is there, the prices are better. You know that they can sell it for cheaper than what they do because you find it online cheaper, you find it here cheaper, you find it there cheaper. I've even been to Spotlight and found stuff and then gone and thought, I'm not paying that. And then gone to, like, some of the cheap shops and they've got Kaiser Craft and that, and they're cheap. Like $5 for I mean, when I've now found the new Spotlight down at Essendon, it's not that cheap. But $5 for a 6x6 paper pad, or 6.5 by 6.5 inch paper pad. So yeah, we got started talking on this because of my watching the grocery haul this morning and thinking maybe people might be interested, just maybe as just a one-off, because you're not going to want to see my groceries every week or every fortnight, because does sometimes, it just repeats and repeats and repeats. But I thought for an interest video, I might do it. So yeah, not a lot else going on. I'm not feeling 100%. I was fine today. I don't know if I've said this earlier in the video. I can't remember. My brain is tired. I was feeling okay until I got home, and then when I got home, I've started to feel worse and worse as time's gone on. My nose keeps blocking up. My eyes are itchy and sore. It wasn't that windy today, so I don't think it's hay fever. I think it's more, I'm not feeling crash hot. But I did sleep last night. Very little sleep, but I think I finally put my tablet down at 2:30 or something, because I was looking at Blitzy and all the things that I'm going to want to order and stuff, because I am going to put an order in next Tuesday. As I was saying last night in the video, I need to get some stamps and stuff to do the little booklet thing for my challenge. So yeah, I am putting an order in with that next Tuesday. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to reorder and find all the things that I found on Craft Online and put that order in, paying with Afterpay, and it's still not going to be as expensive as what I spend. I'm stopping myself spending other places. Okay. If you're wondering why my spend freeze has unfrozen, it is because I made a decision in one of my sleepless nights that there's only 4 fortnights left to save money to do what I want to do if I do it in June, July. And I'm thinking, that's going without a lot of stuff. Like, by the time we go and do what I want to do, we won't be happy campers. None of us. None of the 3 of us will be happy campers. Because I will have deprived us of any joy whatsoever. Like, I know, it sounds silly, Netflix, or, you know, a bottle of soft drink, or like on a Tuesday on a payday Tuesday, I get the boys pizza rolls from the supermarket. That sort of stuff is what I would have had to cut out, because having not been able to put anything away last fortnight would have meant that I now had 4 fortnights to get $2,000, which would have meant $500 going away each fortnight. And it's just not possible. Just not possible. So I've put it off, and we're going to go in the September school holidays, which is generally the last week of September, first week of October. And it'll depend when we go, will depend on who gets into the football grand final, because I have a sports fanatic child. So yeah, that is, it actually works out better. I've got longer to save, and not only have I got longer to save, the weather is going to be better. And because we were not going to have had to scrimp and scrounge like we were going to have to, we will enjoy it more, I think. And we can take our time more. And because I'll have longer to save, I can put more away. We can do more. Like, it can be longer than what it was going to be. So, yeah, that's where that's gone. In saying that I'm ordering something next week, and that I am not lifting the spend freeze totally. I am not just going to go willy-nilly and buy stuff. It is going to be still very tightly budgeted. Just like my grocery shopping is going to be very tightly budgeted, because I need to save. And even if I don't end up doing, I'll end up doing what I want to do in September. Because I know when I want something, I'll do it. Just, it's harder when big bills come in. Which they're getting less, because I've taken on the, rather than waiting for the bill to come in and then looking at it and going, I can't pay that, I pay X amount off each bill per fortnight. Which I'm getting used to now. Initially, that was really hard, because it was like, where's all my money gone? But I don't now have, 4 fortnights where I've got all this money, and then 1 fortnight where I can't even buy a loaf of bread. So gradually I'm getting ahead. I missed 1 payment on my electricity. Oh my goodness, it was like I'd cut a leg off or something from them. They wanted to know the ins and outs of why I didn't pay it, and this and that and the other, and it's like, I just couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it. But why? And I said, well, I actually said to the woman, very grumpily, it was either pay your $150 or feed my kids. So I chose to feed my kids. But why? I said, because I had other bills that I had to pay that were unexpected. Oh, and I'm thinking, why do I have to explain myself to you? One fortnight in a year I've missed. One fortnight. And then she said to me, well, can't you make it up this fortnight? And I said to her, you've got to be joking, don't you? I said, I will pay extra when I can, but what does it matter? I'm paying it. I'm paying every fortnight. I missed one. Most companies like the water company, you can miss 2 a year, and that's it. And but with my water, I'm so far in front. Took me 18 months, 2 years to get in front, but I'm so far in front that they wanted me to stop paying. So I've reduced what I pay, but I still pay it. And as for the gas, I just pay that when I try and get 50 a fortnight on it. Especially now, I'm going to, maybe not this fortnight, but the following fortnight, try and get 100 on it because it's winter and our central heating is gas. So is our hot water and our cooking. So, and as for phones, I'll get ahead with the phones one day. One day. They're a little bit harder to get ahead on because they come every month on the same date. Every month they're due. So they're a little bit harder to get on top of, but I'll get there. So, yeah, really not a lot else going on. As I said, I don't feel 100%. I've got a bad headache. Trying to put caffeine in to try and get rid of it, but it's really not working that crash hot. Sorry, I was looking for something. I'm still craving chocolate. I really need some chocolate. Desperately need chocolate. Only a week to go till I can get myself some chocolate. Maybe I might even get some on Mother's Day, which is this Sunday. Who knows? Who knows? I get chocolate 2 or 3 times a year, which is Mother's Day, Christmas, 4. Mother's Day, Christmas, my birthday and Easter. And my chocolate times. I can't believe we're up to mid-May. We're going to blink and before we know it, it's going to be Christmas. Oh, and which means it's still going to be Jarrett's 18th. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, it goes so fast. I don't know, as you get older, time just goes fast. Alright guys, there's not much else to say. Yeah, not much else. Oh, I will say depression's been a bit rocky. But I'm dealing with it. I've just got to suck it up and deal with it. I'm going to say those words before I go, before I start blubbering, because I am a bit emotional. And I'm not doing that again. I did that several times a couple of months ago, and I'm not doing it again. I'm not letting that person affect me anymore. So I'm going to say those words, and I'm going to go and upload this, go outside and have a smoke, and pull myself together. I will be back either tomorrow night or Thursday night with a more chit-chat, and hopefully I'll get some crafting done. As I said, I was out from 8:30 this morning till 5:30 tonight. We didn't eat dinner till nearly 9 because I'd asked the kids to put the dishwasher on. I'd asked Corey to do it today just before he went to school. For you guys that don't know, Corey only goes to school part-time and homeschools distance eds the rest of the time. Hopefully next year he'll be back at school full-time. He hasn't been there back full-time for 3 years. This year is the first year that he's even attended school since, 4 years actually. This year would have been the 4th year. So before he went to school, which was lunchtime today, I asked him to put the dishwasher on. Can you load the dishwasher and turn it on so we've got dishes for dinner? Yeah, Mum. I ring them while I'm driving home. Did you put the dishwasher on, Corey? Oh, no, I ran out of time. I said, so have you put it on yet? This was like they'd been home for nearly an hour. No. I said, well, can you put the dishwasher on, please, Corey? And then all I can hear is him yelling out to Jarrett, Jarrett, put the dishwasher on, Mum said. So I get to the supermarket and I ring Jarrett and say, I'm on my way. I'm just leaving the supermarket. I'm going to be home in 5 minutes. Because that's how far the supermarket is from my house by car. 10 minutes max. Jarrett, have you put the dishwasher on? No, not yet. If you don't load the dishwasher and put it on, Jarrett, there'll be no dishes for dinner. I'll just have a shower and then I'll do it. Get home. Jarrett's just getting out of the shower and that. I sit down, made myself a coffee, sat down. Jarrett, can you put the load and put the dishwasher on, please? Yeah, in a minute. I think it was 7 o'clock. I went into the kitchen and I let loose. The dishwasher hadn't been loaded and it hadn't been turned on. So we had no dishes for dinner until the dishwasher was done. So we didn't eat till 9 o'clock, just 8:45. So I'm like, I went off my tree. I just said, this is ridiculous. You've got to start helping. I mean, they do their bits. They are good kids, but if I've asked you repeatedly to do something, I'd like it done. I just said, next time I'll forget to go to the supermarket and buy you next Netflix. Or next time I'll forget to get whatever. They're getting old enough now that they can help just a little bit. Anyway, guys, I just rambled for an extra 10 minutes. Or it felt like 10, it was probably only 5. But I'm going to go upload this, put myself together, get my sketchbook out, and just do some stuff. Relax. And then head to bed soon because it's getting late. I think it is, yes, it's 10:15 on Tuesday night. I am getting tired, I really am. And, before I say those words, Mr. Possum or whatever creature is living in my wall was not there last night. So, you know what the craziest thing is? It wasn't there and the silence was deafening. I found it hard to go to sleep without him there. I know, weird. Alright guys, I'm going to say those words before I keep rambling even longer. And I will be back. I hope you're healthy, happy, and having fun. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.